Hello, beautiful souls. Today, I want to talk to you about something that doesn't always come in red roses or chocolate boxes. Something that may not trend on social media, but however, it still shapes every relationship we'll ever have in this life, whether it's romantic or otherwise. And it's called dating from your core values. Yes, dating from your core values. And now, before you sigh and think, this is going to be just another lecture, stay with me here, because this isn't just about dating. It's about knowing yourself deeply enough in order to attract the kind of love that doesn't hurt you. The kind of love that doesn't waste your time or make you question your worth. You see, the older I got, the more I began to realize how little, very little, I knew about dating and love in my former years, and how even less I knew about myself. Now, most of us grew up on a diet of fairy tales and filtered dreams, stories that promises that love just happens. That if someone looks the part, then maybe they are the part. But here's what they don't always tell you. They don't always tell you that you cannot build something lasting on someone else's standard. No. You can't. I'm gonna say that again. You cannot build something that will last on someone else's standards, because what feels like fireworks in the beginning can sometimes turn into smoke. And if you don't build from your standards and your truth, it will cost you in the long run. You see, when I was younger, I couldn't always explain why certain people or certain situations didn't sit right with me. I couldn't articulate why I felt drained after some conversations or uneasy after some dates. And even though I was confused, I often ignored the signs and the red flags. And honestly, back then, I didn't even know what the term red flags meant. And often, I would blame myself for overthinking. But now, looking back, I know I wasn't crazy. No, I wasn't crazy. I was misaligned. I was misinformed, and I was misguided. But let me tell you, our bodies and our gut, they know exactly what's going on. Oh yes, and that's because our bodies and our intuitions, they speak long before our minds actually catches up. We feel things and we sense them. That nervous energy, that tightness in your stomach, the silence that doesn't feel peaceful, the jokes that hurt, or the something just feels off moments, they are all trying to communicate something to us. So listen, trust them, listen to them, and know you're not being too sensitive. You're being informed. And the truth is, we know. Listen, we know. We've always known. But most of us aren't taught how to look inward. Instead, we're taught how to adjust, how to compromise, how to be liked and be chosen, even if that means silencing parts of ourselves. But what if we flipped the script when it comes to dating? What if we chose to date from our core values instead of our fears? What if we stopped chasing love and started inviting it? But then again, what are core values? What are they really? What are they? Well, let me be very clear in saying this. Core values are not just a fancy term. In fact, core values are the non-negotiables in your life. They are the things you won't bend, compromise on, or break just to keep someone else. But they are the deep truths that shape how you love, how you trust, forgive, and also how you build. They are your foundations. For example, integrity is a core value that I believe all of us should have. Hey, are you honest with yourself? Can your partner trust your words? Loyalty. Do you stand by people when it's hard and not just when it's easy? Kindness. Do you treat others well even when you disagree? And here's a big one: emotional intelligence. Can you regulate your own emotions? Can you communicate them with care? Then we have consistency. Can someone count on you? And then there's respect. Do you value someone else's space, their time, their bodies, beliefs, and dreams? And these are just a few. The problem is today's dating world often rewards the surface and punishes the soul. I mean, people swipe right for looks, and that's okay. They check wallets before checking hearts. We ask, what do you do? Before asking, who are you? And yes, these questions have their place. But then again, we're living in an era where attention is currency and validation is rented by the hour. But let me tell you, love, real love, is still built the old-fashioned way. And let's be honest, love is beautiful, but it's also brutal. It's like a two-edged sword, because sometimes love can heal you, but then there are times when it can hollow you out. Sometimes love can feel like home, and sometimes it can feel like heartbreak. Love can also build you up, or it can break you apart. But why? Why? Well, it's because of who you choose to love and how you choose to love. Yes, because the choice you make will either align with your core values or unravel it. Because you see, love isn't just an emotion. It's a decision. It's responsibility, and it's built in our daily choices. And when you build it on shallow grounds, on status, chemistry, feelings, or attractions alone, it's like planting flowers in sand. Yes, at first it may bloom briefly, but I can assure you it won't last or survive the storms. So, how do you date from your core? Well, let me offer some friendly but firm advice. Not just for singles, but for everyone. Married, divorced, widowed, male or female. Because love is universal. I'd say number one, know yourself first. Oh, listen, know yourself first. And before you ask if someone is right for you, ask if you're right for yourself. Would you date you? What do you believe in? What triggers you? What patterns do you find yourself repeating? What have you healed from? And what baggages are you still carrying? Because let me tell you, self-awareness, that is your superpower. And without it, you will keep falling into the same situations over and over again, but with different faces and different masks. So know yourself well. Number two, stop settling for red flags in pretty packages. Listen, just because they look good on paper, just because they look good on screen, doesn't mean they're good for your peace. And having a cute face or fit body, it's all good, but that doesn't mean that they have good moral standards. And also stop romanticizing potentials. Date someone's reality, not their promises. And if someone consistently makes you doubt your worth, make you feel small, or compromise your boundaries, it doesn't matter how nice or good looking they are. Listen, for the sake of your peace and your sanity, leave that person alone, because you deserve someone whose actions align with their words. Thirdly, take your time. Yes, take your time. Because fast love, it burns out. But intentional love builds. And know that you're not running out of time. No, you are running out of reasons to settle. You see, I believe that this generation rushes everything anyway. Texting, talking, touching, trauma bonding, you name it. But meaningful connection, it takes time. So listen, don't rush a masterpiece just because you are lonely. And also, please don't confuse chemistry for compatibility. Just because there's a spark doesn't mean you should start a fire. Chemistry is exciting, yes, but compatibility is what sustains. And compatibility is about shared values, emotional maturity, and respect. It's about two people headed in the same direction. And I also believe in the long term, you will be happier if you were to marry someone you can build a boring Wednesday with and not just a fun, steamy Saturday night. So, for the singles, listen. Know that your worth isn't on hold until you're chosen. No, your worth is not on hold until you're chosen. You are not a fraction waiting to be made whole. You are already whole and created just as God intended. So use this time to build yourself up, to enjoy your solitude, and to get to know yourself better, and start by being very clear on your standards. And when you do, the right person won't confuse you. They'll complement your growth. Okay? Now for the married. Remember, marriage is a journey. It is a journey. So married people, I would encourage you to revisit your values often, because life changes. People grow and people change along the way. The person you married years ago, especially if you married young, may not be the same person standing beside you today. And that's why it's important to pause, re-evaluate, and revisit your shared values to help make sure that your relationship grows with you and not apart from you. So check in with your spouse, communicate, ask questions to find out if you are still aligned. And if not, hey, don't panic. Just rebuild and water what you want to grow. And listen, don't outsource your emotional needs to the world. Instead, protect your intimacy, protect your commitment, and protect each other's hearts. Now for those that are divorced, listen, know that divorce does not erase the meaning of the years you shared, because every chapter, whether joyful or painful, holds lessons and memories that shape who you are today. And just because a marriage ended doesn't mean it wasn't without value, because it either showed you what to embrace or what to avoid next time if you choose marriage again in the future. So know that you are not broken, you are not unworthy, and you are not too far or too late. You are healing, and that's brave. So take the lessons, not the labels. And know that the end of a marriage is not the end of your capacity to love or to be loved, because your ability to give and receive love is still very much alive within you. And now for the widowed. Losing someone you love does not mean that love itself has left you. The memories you shared remains a treasure, and the love you gave and received is forever a part of who you are. And although the ache of absence is real, know that your heart's capacity to love has not ended. It has simply been reshaped, and one day in time you will find that the love you once shared can still guide you, strengthen you, and open your heart to new chapters of life. So remember, love never dies, and neither does your right to feel joy again. And know that you are not betraying your past if you chose to open your heart to love in the future, because love expands, it doesn't erase. And now for everyone, listen, love is not a reward for being perfect. It's a connection, not a correction. I mean, let's face it, looks fade, money comes and goes, status changes. But how someone treats you when no one is watching, well, that's everything. That is everything. So choose people who are kind when you are not at your best. Choose people who stand beside you when you have nothing to offer but your truth. Choose people who don't just say they love you, but show it consistently in small, consistent ways. Looks might attract you, yes, but values are what it will take to keep you. Money might impress you, yes, but character is what will sustain you. Styles might charm you, but substance will protect you. And let me tell you, real love, oh yes, it is rare, but it is so worth the wait. So loved ones, don't measure love by gifts, attraction, or labels alone. No. Measure love by peace. Measure it by joy. And measure it based on your core values. And also measure it by alignment. And always remember that a person who values themselves and you will never ask you to shrink. Instead, they will honor your nose and respect your boundaries. They will celebrate your growth, and they will love you in a way that feels safe, not performative. So here's my heartfelt final words. Before you fall in love again, fall into alignment. Oh yes, before you fall in love again, fall into alignment. Before you say yes to someone else, say yes to who you really are. Date from your core values, because that's where your soul lives. And the love that meets you there, that will be the kind of love that lasts. So my hope for you is, may you give love. May you be open to receive genuine love. And most of all, may you be love. Because no matter your past, no matter your story or your relationship status, you are worthy of a love that feels like home. See you next time.